Welcome to Time Capsule Tales, the podcast that brings you bite-sized glimpses into lesser-known moments in history. I'm your host, Chase, and each episode will explore a fascinating piece of the past that you might not have heard before. Our goal is to uncover hidden stories and intriguing details that will pique your interest and broaden your understanding of history. From ancient civilizations to modern-day events, we'll shine a light on the moments that shaped our world, but that might not have made it into the history books. So join us as we journey back in time and uncover the secrets of history's forgotten tales. Let's get started. Welcome to the captivating tale of Jack Ward, a man whose journey took him from the humble beginnings of an English fisherman to the dizzying heights of a legendary pirate and Barbary corsair. Ward's daring exploits and audacious adventures captured the imagination of his contemporaries, and his story continues to fascinate us today. So let's dive into the swashbuckling world of Jack Ward and explore the twists and turns that led him to become one of the most notorious pirates of the 17th century. Born on the rugged coast of England, Jack Ward began his life as a humble fisherman. But fate had other plans for him, as he discovered his true calling as a privateer in the aftermath of the Spanish Armada's disastrous invasion in 1588. Queen Elizabeth I, seizing the opportunity, granted licenses to privateers like Ward to wreak havoc on Spanish ships, a task he relished with zeal. In 1603, when James I ascended the English throne and brought an end to the war with Spain, countless privateers found themselves without purpose. Undeterred, Ward resolved to continue his life of piracy. Legend has it that he made this fateful decision while drinking with friends in a Plymouth tavern, as recounted by later captive Andrew Barker. Ward and his crew boldly stole a small ship, progressively trading up to larger and larger vessels, ultimately amassing a formidable fleet. In the winter of 1607, Ward's fleet embarked on an audacious journey to plunder the Adriatic Sea. However, a fierce storm scattered the ships, leaving only the Gift and the Ruby to press on. Undaunted, they encountered a colossal argosy, the Reniera e Soderina, between Cyprus and Turkey. Despite being significantly outmatched in size, Ward's ships launched a daring assault. After a 3-hour battle of grit and determination, they pierced the Reniera e Soderina's hull and set its hay bales ablaze. Ward ordered his courageous crew to board the enemy vessel, which resisted fiercely but ultimately capitulated. The spoils of victory were immense, with the captured cargo worth millions, although the English government valued it at a mere £500,000. The Venetian ambassador, enraged by Ward's piracy, threatened war with England and declared him the greatest scoundrel that ever sailed from England. Yet, this dramatic capture of the Reniera e Soderina was just one of Ward's many thrilling exploits. Ward's legendary status captivated the English, who celebrated his daring deeds in ballads and pamphlets that portrayed him as a valiant and audacious hero. However, his reputation as a dashing outlaw was put in jeopardy when he embraced Islam in pursuit of a new life. In an era when European society was sharply divided along religious lines, Islam was considered a rival faith. Ward's conversion marked him as an apostate and traitor, barring him from returning to England or any other European country. His infamous reputation as a pirate only made matters worse, as European authorities exploited his conversion to depict him as an enemy of Christianity and the European way of life. Consequently, Ward was forced to forge his destiny as a corsair in the Mediterranean, where his legendary exploits secured his place in history. Intriguingly, Ward's story intertwines with that of Zeeman Dansker, another notorious pirate active on the Barbary coast in the early 17th century. Known as the Crazy Captain, Dansker, a Dutch privateer, relished a successful career seizing European vessels. Both Ward and Dansker were infamous for their violent tendencies, and Dansker commanded a vast squadron of English and Turks while serving Algiers. After turning Turk, he captured over 40 ships within 2 years. The powerful alliance between Ward and Dansker made them a fearsome duo in the Mediterranean. However, Dansker's corsair career met a tragic end when he betrayed his Algerian allies, liberated Christian captives, and returned to Spain with a hefty bribe for Henry IV. Captured, tried, and executed in 1615, Dansker's story serves as a stark contrast to Ward's, but their shared passion for piracy and numerous joint attacks on ships illustrate their formidable partnership in the Mediterranean. After embracing Islam and adopting the name Yusuf Rais, Ward continued his life as a corsair in the Mediterranean. His alliance with Uthman Dey, the influential commander of the Tunisian Janissaries, allowed him to maintain a powerful naval force and persist in his attacks on European ships. However, his later years were marked by a series of defeats and setbacks that foreshadowed his downfall. In 1614, Ward audaciously attempted to capture the city of Bougie in modern-day Algeria, but the city's resolute defenders repelled his advances. He was also forced to abandon a planned attack on the Spanish city of Cartagena due to a lack of support from his Algerian allies. These defeats tarnished his reputation and left him vulnerable to retribution. In 1620, Ward's flagship was seized by the formidable Knights of Malta, and he was taken prisoner. He languished in captivity for several years before his release in 1623. Upon regaining his freedom, he returned to Tunis, determined to rebuild his fleet. Alas, he was unable to regain his former power and influence. Despite his tumultuous life, Ward never forgot his responsibilities towards his wife back in England. Even after marrying an Italian woman in Tunis, he continued to send financial support to his English wife, honoring the bond that tied him to his past. Through daring exploits, alliances, and legendary battles, Jack Ward's life as a pirate and corsair left an indelible mark on history. Both admired and reviled, his tale serves as a testament to the complexity of human nature and the enduring allure of adventure on the high seas. And that brings us to the end of the first episode of Time Capsule Tales. I hope you enjoyed learning about Captain Jack Ward and his incredible journey. Thank you for joining me, and remember to tune in next time as we delve into the story of Hannibal of Carthage, a legendary military commander who went blow for blow with Rome for a time. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, leaving a review, or sharing Time Capsule Tales with your friends and family. Every bit of support helps us bring more of these forgotten stories to light. Don't forget to follow us on social media for more interesting tidbits and behind-the-scenes content. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube by searching Time Capsule Tales. Once again, I'm your host, Chase, and I'll see you next time as we journey back into the past to uncover more of history's forgotten tales. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the incredible stories that shape our world. Goodbye.